Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ingeborg. This channel's name is Stitch Too Far and I talk about my cross stitching. It is Father's Day today, June 18th, which was actually my grandma's birthday. It's Sunday morning around 10:30 and it's a beautiful day today. It's going to be really hot in the Netherlands today, so I thought I might as well start early, try and get things done while I still have the energy. So how have you been doing? I hope you had a lovely 2 weeks with lots of lovely things happening to you. I know a few people in our community are having not so nice issues to deal with at the moment. People have mentioned mortuary stitches, but also a novice stitcher has had to undergo an operation. I hope everything went well for you, Leila. I was thinking about you. But besides people having some trouble, I hope you go and give them some love. There was also exciting news from Jessie Marie, who is starting her own stitching business, which was the perfect thing for her with the organization skills that she has. So I wish you good luck on that, Jessie Marie. And for me, it was just 2 great weeks of getting back to really stitching, because I was having trouble with that, as you know from my previous videos. So I'm glad to say I have touched all my whips. If you're not familiar with cross stitch, that might sound weird. But yeah, I've touched all my whips and I will show you my progress today, and I will also share with you some of my finishes and some goodies that I have purchased, including a new, oh it's really glary, but a new Cheeky Monkey coffee mug. Cheers. I've bought 2 more, which I will show you. They're from IKEA. IKEA was doing some art event thing, and these ones are some of the things that they were offering. I think it's a limited thing. Not sure if it's in all the stores, but if you like cheeky, excuse me, if you like Cheeky Monkey camera stealing coffee mugs, then definitely have a look. I have been stitching. I've been trying to catch up on FlossTube, which I have failed to do. I'm not caught up. I still need about 30 more videos, which are not all cross stitch, by the way, because I watch other things too. But there have been some long videos lately, which I'm not complaining about. Don't get me wrong. I love all your 20 things videos. It's really interesting to get to know some of you better and to find out you have things in common, which reminds me that I need to thank you all who commented on my random things and who shared that they have some things in common with me regarding those things that I mentioned. That was really nice. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I've been trying to catch up on FlossTube, but I've also been distracted with viewing the Comey, how do you say it? Investigation? No. Comey had to go to the, oh, I'm blanking. There was like an investigation going on and he had to testify. Is that the word I'm looking for? Not sure, but that was really interesting to watch. And I'm trying to get through the hearing of, what's the dwarf's name? Secretary General Jeff Sessions. Trying to get through that because I think that's entertainment plus. I'm sorry, I'm not American, so I can laugh about things like this. Yeah. And there have been some gamers that I follow that had live streams going up, which I wanted to see. So yeah, they got in the way. Anyway, I'm rambling already. So let's get to some stitching, I think. As usual, I'm checking my notes. Oh yeah, but the point that I wanted to make is while I was trying to catch up on FlossTube, I have not been commenting on all the videos that I usually do. When I watch them, I usually leave a comment. In order to save some time, I have not always done that. I hope you don't feel bad about that. I don't think I feel bad about it. I did give all the likes that I usually give, but yeah, comments will come again. So, let's get on with what I've been working on. As I mentioned, I touched all my projects, and the last one I'm working on at the moment is Save the Stitches, so I'll show that first. Not sure how much more I've done since you last saw it, but this is block 13 and this is block 14 and this is block 15, I think. So I am working on filling in all the black work on that and then going along with the metallic after that for the whole row. So 13 is all finished. That took quite a while. It was not an easy pattern to work out an easy, usually with the black work I try and find like a pattern that I can easily repeat, and then I don't have to look at the actual pattern a lot. But with this block it was hard to find that, so it took me longer to really get the hang of them. So at the moment I'm working on this one, and this is really good to have long lines that I can follow. So even though I did make a blatant error in that one, I'm not going to point it out, but yeah, things happen on Sunday mornings when you're stitching early. Anyway, I'm not going to pull it out because of one wrong stitch, but yeah. So I will be working some more on that today, and then I think I'll put it away again, because I wasn't really enjoying that last block. I'm not sure if block 14 will be better, although the first one is. So that is safely away. I'm just going at what is in reach. So next thing, I did a new start. I'm trying to find a pattern. I showed you a while back that I got some quotes patterns by My Big Toe, and I pulled out some of them because I thought it was high time to start some of them, and they're small. So this is one I'm working on at the moment. It's called Family Tree. Our family tree has deep roots and lots of nuts, which, yeah, not gonna comment on that. Speaks for itself. I am stitching this on 40 count. Zweigart, Newcastle, and the colorway is rosewood, which I ordered because I was curious about the colorway, and it's sort of a pinkish tan color, and I thought, oh my god, I'm never going to find anything that I can use this on. But hey presto, these big toe ones are perfect for this. So it's showing up really light, but it is actually quite nice tan, pinky tan color. But yeah, this is how far I got on that one. And this one I just pick up usually later in the evenings when I just don't want to work on my regular whips. I just grab this and work a bit on it. And I'm working on the border because I started with the lettering, because this is the middle of the pattern. But then I would have to count a lot if I would do the next row based on the lettering only, so I decided to make the border first because that was easier to count from, to fit in the lettering later. I'm using the called for fibers, which are, I think they are weeks. Yeah, they are weeks. At the moment I'm working with pea coat. That's a dark blue border. Really nice, easy stitch. Love it. And the next one is in my beautiful bag is the Hardanger along from Stitching with a Smile, Nina in Canada. And I managed to finish the entire, I have to check which way is up. Yeah, this way is up. I managed to finish the entire hem stitch border, which was rather dull, but yeah, has to be done. So since last you saw it, I added this outside border and I added, I'm not sure, I think maybe this border or the inside one, I'm not sure. Anyway, all the satin stitches are done now, so all the number 5 pearl that I needed to use has been used, and I have a lot left. I ordered 3 skeins of the watercolors, and I have 1 and about 3/4 left. So I can do this one again in the same colorway if I want to. I'm not complaining, I love it because I love this color, and I'm sure I can use it again in another Hardanger pattern, which I've actually ordered my first ever Hardanger pattern. But that's something for the next video because I just ordered it and it's not in yet. So this is done. Next one is Death by Cross Stitch. I did not work on that a lot. 2 nights, I think. I've had some nights that I've been away, social life and stuff. And I've had some nights that I've been in late because of work, but yeah. There's threads hanging everywhere, but I don't care. I hope you don't either. This is the progress on Death by Cross Stitch. What I did, I was in this section over here, and last time I worked on this one. I filled this one out, and then I added all these diagonal borders, and I like it. I'm not sure if it's focusing, but I like that there's another alien face, like looking like it's peeping over the fence. Might be my imagination, but I am convinced that's an alien. That's because I didn't do the back stitching in it, I guess. But yeah, still love this piece and enjoy working on it. I think it's 35 count over 1. But as usual, I will leave any information on my projects and what fabric I'm using and what fibers I'm using in the description box. So this is going back into the bag. We go over here. Next one is Garden Party. This is actually the first thing I picked up when I was able to stitch on my stand again. And I made quite a bit of progress. I think I showed you previously what I did for my start. And I managed to get in most of the bottom part. I don't have a picture handy, I think. Let me check. Oh, I do. So here's what it's supposed to look like. Can fit it in here. And as you can see, I have started on both the dresses. I have managed to get in all the like mossy, flowery things on the ground. And I have found on both sides the end of the pattern, which is nice because that makes me feel secure that I have enough border left. It's about 9 centimeters of border on each side, which I like. The only thing I am not enjoying very much is that there's quite a bit of light and white stitching in the dresses, and it's difficult to make them look nice, but I think they're okay. But for the most part, I really enjoy working on this. The only thing also that I didn't like is that one of the wildflowers, water lilies, is very close. Well, mine one is to the color in the dress, so it doesn't really always show up very well. But yeah, that's the misfortune of the variegated threads and the hand-dyed threads, that they're not always exactly the same. But yeah, love it. Still love with the fabric. And yeah, we'll love working on this more. That's another one. And then we have Mother Maya by Ink Circles. If I remember, I will try and put in the pictures of the full designs. But I didn't bring them for everyone. So if you're new, I'm sorry. I'm not showing you that. And I didn't do a lot on this again. I didn't have all the time that I would have wanted to spend on this. But yeah, this is how far I've gotten. Last time I only had the inner pattern on this motif, and then I added the outside border, and I added this little weird four-headed dragon. And this was lovely because when I picked this up again, I finally realized that they are like little rabbits on their side. Can you see? They're long-tailed rabbits, so that's a bit weird, but I'm assuming these are the rabbit ears. And there's a little face and a little paws and then a really long tail. So rabbit monkeys, I'm guessing. Don't know, but love this still. Really enjoying working on this. It's so nice that you can just pick one motif and just make that your mini goal and take it from there and see how far you get. Yep. And my last one is Takapuna Beach, of course. How could I forget? Oh, and the pattern is stuck to the thing. So I have been working on the sky on this piece for quite a bit now. I have not been using the diagonal stitch for that because I wanted to get to the corner, which I have managed to do, as you can see over here. This is now the full width of the pattern, and I have been working color by color, filling in the sky, which was so nice. I think at heart I am a cross-country stitcher. But for this I really like the diagonal, because this was so confetti heavy. The diagonal stitching makes it much easier and much neater. So I wanted to show you this, and I think I am going to turn my scroll frame 1 rotation to move this up, and then start working on the diagonal again. Or I might just try and fill in a bit more sky over here and then move up. Not sure yet. But yeah, my goal was to fill in this bit and then be able to scroll up again. And yeah, I think I'm about 25% done with this pattern now. Something happened. Something fell somewhere. I don't know if you heard that. I think it was maybe the local newsletter or something that people drop off on a Sunday. So that's all I have been working on, but not because, as you may remember, I had Pluk the Dag piece, the apple, which I talked about in my previous video. And thank you all who commented on that and made suggestions about whether or not they liked the color. I have been through my box of DMC like I don't know how many times. And I did look up all the colors you suggested, and I think my biggest problem is the fabric that I used, because it is that kind of fabric with an undefinable color. I think that was the one when I showed it that I couldn't match perfectly with DMC. In some lights it's brown, in some lights it's more yellow, in other lights it's more green, in other light it's even more gray, and I think that's the problem I'm having. So what I did is I stuck with the original color that I had, because it was the closest to a green apple color that I wanted. And I finished it. And I framed it. So I did that, and I'll show you in a minute, because I also, besides that one big toe design that I showed, I started another one. And I finished it in the 2 weeks that we haven't seen each other. So I need to show you what I started. I started this, it's all good. And I used the same 40 count rosewood linen, and this is with sampler threads, Gentle Arts. And I finished it and I framed it, and I really like it. I went and met up with another stitcher last weekend, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But before I went there, I stopped by a shop in the Netherlands called Action, and that's where I find a lot of nice frames. And I bought a lot of small frames, because I will be doing a lot more smalls in the summer, I'm guessing. And I stacked up on them, and I got like 8 frames for 10 bucks. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But this is one of them. And this is my fully finished piece. And it's damaged, but that's actually what I like. You know, we all have our blemishes. And still it's all good. And I did a bit of ghetto McKenna framing on this one, because there was not a lot of room to really fit it in nicely. But yeah, for this one it'll do. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one, and I loved stitching this. Love the colors, there's nothing I changed at all, and I really like it on this fabric. The only thing that is a bit wonky is the framing, but yeah, it's all good. So yeah, this is going up in my hallway because I went to IKEA yesterday and I got some things, including one of those picture blanks. I don't know how to call them. I'll try and find a name and put it somewhere here. But yeah, those were easy to put up. I just put them up and I'm gonna put this one there, and I'm going to put this one there. And this one I tried to get into a smaller frame, but because I fiddled with the length, because I wanted symmetry, I had to put it in a bigger frame. But this is easily done. So yeah, in the end I am happy with the color green. I think it really pops, and I left out, there was like little stars or pluses around here. I left them out. Yeah, didn't feel they needed it. So this is going on the same picture reel in my hallway, and while I was at it, I framed the present from Glenn as well. I think it's the perfect frame for it. And thank you again, Glenn, because now I have 2 pieces in my hallway that say "Seize a Day." And I like that they match in colorways. Yeah, perfect. I wish I could have put them in the same frames, but this one would have looked too small and the other one would have not fit. So we'll make it an eclectic bunch of frames. And I'm sorry, Flosstube itchy nose. But that was, I think, everything I worked on, which was quite a bit. But yeah, most of it I just worked on 2 days and then moved to the next thing. So I went to my LNS and I met up with a friend from Instagram called Feather Stitcher. Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. And I talked a bit to the owner about some things, and I was allowed to make some video, which when I looked back it was sideways, so I think I can rotate it, so I'm going to insert that here. And if it's sideways, I'm sorry, you will have a crooked face when you get back to me. But yeah, it's going to be inserted right now. Doe maar even zwaaien voor de camera. Ik zal even omhoog gaan voor onze Theresa Wensler fans. Je moet niet van meemaken hoor. Ja, ik kom eraan. Wij komen natuurlijk, het klapstuk moet op het eind, hè. Die kan je op zo leggen, maar je ook geen motie meer. En hier zit iemand aan de schoollapjes. Ja. Ja. En dat is alles eigenlijk. Maar dat zijn dus eigenlijk allemaal mensen die niet in je winkel komen. Ja. Of in een winkel komen. Je kunt dat opschrijven, hoor. Het nummer weet ik niet zo uit mijn hoofd. Ja, nee, ik weet wel wat u bedoelt met die varken. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. There were some people stitching in the shop when we got there, because there was a young couple and the guy was helping the husband of the shop owner with some administrative stuff, while his partner, girlfriend, wife, don't know, was stitching. And we were there for 2.5 hours until she closed. But yeah, we had so much fun. We looked through all the stash of flosses and hand dyes and fabrics, and she has so much patterns and beautiful finishes on the walls. It was so nice. And I'll show you in a bit what I bought, because of course I did buy a little bit. for my upcoming starts. But yeah, I talked to her and I asked her to do the video. That was okay. And I talked to her about maybe having a get together there and how that could work. Basically, we could always meet up there when the shop is open, because she has, like you saw, a table where you can stitch, and if you want to shop, you can shop. But I also talked to her about maybe having a more exclusive get-together, that we could have her for ourselves, and because she knows so much about everything and knows everybody in the business. So I thought it would be nice, just if you're looking for new flossers or want to learn more, then that you could actually talk to her, and she said that was fine, and she could even do like a little pattern or session or something, and depending on the amount of people, that would cost somewhere between 10 and 25 euro per person. So I am going to think about that and see if I can find like a date that I'm going to announce that we'll at least meet up, and if there's enough people, I will try and make it into a special meetup. Not sure yet how I'm going to do it. I need to think about it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Me and Gea had a really nice afternoon, and I did some shopping because I had been there previously really quickly to pick up. Oh yeah, I need to talk about that too. Yeah, that'll come later. I was there previously just to get some flosses for some as presents, and the one I saw, I thought I wanted to use. So when I returned with Gea, I brought some patterns, and I brought a fabric because I wanted to see if I could find flosses, and I did. So I have this in my stash from Heartstring Samplery, the Weaver Shuttle, I think it's called. Yeah, a Weaver Shuttle, and you can have two options. You can stitch it like this, or you can double it up like this. I'm not sure what I will do yet, so I'm going to start it on a piece of fabric big enough to do this, or I'll just stop here. We'll see. But I brought some silks, because she only recently started making her own hand-dyed silks, and this one I actually bought for someone and I liked it a lot. I thought it was perfect for this, and I'm not sure about the fabric yet. So it's either going to go on a grey or on a natural or raw linen, which look identical over here. But yeah, this is the floss that I picked out for that Weaver Shuttle, which is showing up pretty close to accurate real life. And the glare is horrible on the fabric, but yeah, I will either do that on a pearl grey 40 count or on a flax 40 count. This is on the flax. I like it on the flax, but I also kind of like it on the grey. What do you guys think? It's not going to be started for a while yet, but it will be something that I will want to start this year, I think. Okay, let's just leave that for later. And let's not lose this in the couch. So the other thing I wanted to kit up was Arlene's pattern, Praise of the Needle. And as you can see, I've already been fiddling with it because I might want to change some of the wording. Like Arlene left out some lines that I kind of like, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But she charts this for 3 colors. And I had, because I had the Summer Sky fabric that I found for the Tree of Stitches, I had this, which I had assigned for that, become available again, which is from XU Designs. It's a 28 count cashel. Sorry, is that focusing? Of course it's not, but it's light peacock. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful. Is it showing up at all? sort of showing up. It's a really nice light blue with dark blue and teal mottling in it. It's so pretty. But it was too blue for the tree of stitches, but for this I think it will be very nice. So I took this with me and to see if I could find some flosses for it that I could actually use for this. And I think I did. And I've tried several things, but this is what I ended up with. So this is a dark blue with hints of a bit of green in it, which I will use for the lettering. And this is, I think it's called Blue Tit. And I love it. It's a yellow, green, blue colorway. And I think it will be perfect for those borders. Yeah, I am really pleased with that. So, mission accomplished. And when we were looking around, there have been some things that have terribly enabled me that I will have to go back for, because she had some patterns that were at the printers, her own patterns. And there's one that I really, really want. So I'm going to have to go back for that. And when we were looking at fabrics, I saw this one she showed. She talked about the Zweigart vintage colors. She also had this in salmon, on 28 count, and this is 32 count. This is a green. Not sure if you can tell. But this has the same kind of vintage country mocha. And she said that, the owner said that Zweigart brought out this line of vintage fabrics in blue and green and salmon and the mocha and the grey. But at the moment, I know I had heard of, I've used the grey and I have the blue, I think, in my stash, and I have used the vintage country mocha one. But I wasn't aware that there was a green and a salmon one, and apparently they don't make them anymore. So yeah, of course I had to get a piece, because if they don't make it anymore, maybe next time I will come and it will be gone, and I would have had it in mind for something, and that would have been perfect, and I would be so disappointed. So yeah, I will find something to put on this. But yeah, so that's what I mean when I say that I would like to have her for ourselves if we go there, because she can talk for days about cross stitch and stitching and embroidery and threads and all the good stuff. So yeah, that's what we did, and Gea walked away with quite a nice loot as well. And you have to go to her Instagram account, Feather Stitcher. I will try and link it below to see what she hauled out of there. She got some really good stuff too. Oh yeah, and that brings me to why I was there before, because I couldn't show you last time that I actually worked on a few more pieces, but they were surprise gifts and both people have received them. So they were for Adele, hi Adele, and for Glenn, hi Glenn. So before I sent them off, I made a quick little video to show you what I made, which I will try and insert right here. Hey guys, I am doing a quick video to show you what I've been up to, because I'm getting ready to send it off to some people and I thought I might share. As you can see, I still have my leg bound up, but it's getting a lot better, but still not easy to stitch on my regular stuff. So I've been stitching a lot of from this book, Hardanger, and I have made see, I based my things I've made on these two examples of little pouches, and I decided to make it a little bit more easy for myself in the finishing. But this is one result that I made, and I still have the thing on it. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, this is going to be a messy video, sorry about that. But anyway, this is one I used, and I have to look it up. I used Caron Wildflowers. I love these colors. They remind me of custard and nougat, or chocolate custard even. And then I lined it with some fabric. I cheated a bit so it doesn't look perfect, but it looks okay for me. And I also made a little card to go with it, and this design is from a design of Renato Parolin. I'll try and insert the name of it. I think it was caisier, joli, something like that. But yeah, and I used one of Adele's aperture cards because it fit perfectly. I did change a bit of the coloring, but yeah, really nice results, and it fits nicely into the little baggie. So yeah, pretty pleased with that one. And then I made another one with some different wildflowers, and I still have them right here so I can look these up because I finished them today. This one is Far Horizons. Yeah, this was really nice colors, and this is the same but in wildflowers, so this is also Wild Horizons, Far Horizons, but this is like a number 8 pearl cotton. So I use these, and this just looks so scrumptious. You could just, I mean, I could eat that. Seriously, and it was such easy to stitch. So it's basically the same thing. Did a little bit of variation with the, I did woven bars on this one. And I did a dark lining on this one. Dark blue. But same way. Made it the same way. Pretty easy to do. And there's another card in here as well. And this pattern came from a free booklet with some David and Charles and David patterns in it. And I changed almost all the colors in it, so yeah, but I thought it was fun. Cute little fairy. So these are going to get packed and sent off to some people that I want to show how much I appreciate them. And they came from this book, which I've shown before, and I will definitely make more of these bags because they were such a fast stitch and really nice results with not too much of a PhD in sewing that you would need because I don't have one of those, but yeah, pretty happy with this. So that's it for now. Thanks guys, bye. So yeah, I made those little bags. They came from the book. It was so easy to do. I was so surprised how easy it was. And you know, I don't sew very well, so yeah, great. I will make more of those. And really enjoyed using those Caron threads. They are so nice to work with. They are all so beautiful. I want to eat them all. They look so delicious. But yeah, I added some of those silks for them as well, and look forward to see what they make with them. Anything I'm forgetting now? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, the only thing I wanted to share with my cold coffee is some things I picked up at IKEA because I got some more mugs. this one, which looks really dark blue on screen, but it's more like a blue, gray and pine green color. Yeah, I love that. And I saw this and it's not my usual style, but I had to get the weird two-headed horse mug with the eyes and the... That is awesome. Yeah, but this one, yeah. Love that. And I picked up these because you may have seen on my... I keep little tags on my project bag so that I can see what they are, and now it's all falling out. And I saw, excuse me, I saw this and I thought, oh, these are cute, I will take them and use them for my next tags because they are just too fun. So these are actually tags. You can actually, I don't know if you can see, but there's like little round things you can take out and use them as tags. Yeah, fun. IKEA always has the fun stuff. And I'm trying to show you what else I picked up. New cushions. Love them. And what else? I need to move you for that, so please don't get sick and please excuse the mess. I'm trying to avoid showing you the mess. And not sure what you can see. Do you see, where's my finger, those boxes? Yeah, but yeah, those boxes, and I like this mug, the same design. They come 3 together, and I thought they would be nice because I need better storage for my overdyed flosses, my Hardanger things. What's in the other box? Oh yeah, things like extra DMC boxes and crime guards and Q-snap covers and things like that are in one of those as well. Yeah, really like those. So that's about it. The only thing remaining is my Dutch fact. Trying to check if I didn't forget anything. And I'm going to be brief on that because I was not having any inspiration for what I could talk about. So it's just going to be about dates. Because I'm not sure if the people in the UK do it too, but I know in North America that you write the date with the month first and then the day. So if you write 5/9/17, you mean 9th of May 2017. However, we write it the day first, then the month, then the year. So if you write 5/9/17, to me that's the 5th of September, not the 9th of May. That's just random facts, boring, end of the video. Yeah, I am going to stop this video and try and edit out that last weird bit with the showing you the back of my couch basically. And I will be stitching and be just probably laying about because with this heat for today, then I'm not going to do much, I think. And I will see you all in 2 weeks like usual, and I hope you are all well. I wish you all a lovely 2 weeks with lots and lots and lots of good stitching. Bye guys.